What is up, guys? My name is Dual Friend, and I do not have an intro, but if I did, it would sound a little like this. Today we're going to be reviewing an anime that I said I was going to be reviewing. The video was supposed to be going up yesterday, but I didn't record it yesterday, because, I don't know, there was literally no reason for me not to record it, or upload it yesterday, but whatever. But anyway, the anime I'm going to be reviewing is Sukeban Deka. Sukeban Deka literally translates to female delinquent detective, which I don't think anybody names stuff like that in English. It's more in Japan. It's more like straight up, like actual factual. Like this is the title. Get used to it. I don't know. It's like straight, just a couple words just describing what it is. It's perfect. But yeah, this anime had a couple elements that I really like. There's you got the cool fight scenes, you got delinquents, you got a cute girl, even though I don't really like the art style. Her chin's a little bit too sharp. You got two people who fucking died. Well, there were three people technically. Well, three people that were major to the plot. I'm sure a lot other people died, but but anyway, let's get on to like the plot synopsis. Saki, whatever her last name is in a jail cell because for whatever reason she's in jail. They don't tell us. I think that's meant to be like the mystery. Like, ooh, how'd she get in jail? Maybe we'll do another OVA, please. Give me another OVA and tell me how she went to jail. But she's given orders to come out of her jail cell, and what's it called? The police chief or whatever, the warden of the jail is like, hey, we got an assignment for you. If you do this, we'll let you go free. And she's like, I don't need to do that. And then they're like, we got your mother, who is also in jail for life. There's reasons for that. They're gonna go into that later. She's in jail for life. We're gonna put her on the electric chair. All I have to do is send in this letter, so you're gonna help her not. And then, of course, she helps, because who wouldn't? Like, who fucking wouldn't? But what's it called? So she gets sent to a prestigious school. And there's like this whole thing going on, and the three villains that were obviously the bad guys are introduced in this scene, and they're coming out of their like limousine, and everyone's all like, "Oh, it's them!" and the guys are like, "Oh, god damn!" and then there's this one guy who is particularly a simp. Pay attention to him; he's going to be important to the plot later, at least a little bit. He was simping hard, and then Saki came into the school, and everyone's like, "Whoa, it's Saki! Oh my God, it's Saki! She's back!" And then the three girls who everyone was focused on was like, "Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that?" And then the vice principal who had actually gotten her arrested is like, "Oh no, she's back." And then the guy who I said was a simp before is all like, "Oh, wait! Who's that girl? Whoa! She's real cutie." He's a real simp, especially for her. I mean, she is cute, even though I don't like the art style too much. That chin is so sharp. Chin is sharp enough to cut diamonds. In fact, it is a diamond sword. I don't know, play Minecraft. Why did I make that joke? I need to stop making Minecraft jokes. I didn't play Minecraft. Fuck, what happens after that? Okay, so one of the sisters is basically running like a delinquent circle, and she has them go collect money, and they get the money to her, and she is the money crazy basically, and she's the real dominatrix. If that's enough for me to say. then she asks, "Who the fuck is that?" Then one of her subordinates was like, "Well, she's one of the people who, well, she was the one who ran the school before you three came along." And then the girl was like, "Well, why don't you all go take care of her?" One of the strongest four in the school who know their way around a fight. And this was a good fight scene before Saki got her ass whooped because she didn't want to show off her moves because she was being watched, which smart. I never would have put that together. But the blonde sister who is obviously the inspiration for Ragyo Kiryuin. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this series is almost definitely the inspiration for Kill la Kill. Just the whole Sukeban Deka series is Kill la Kill to a T. It's what inspired Kill la Kill, so I wouldn't be surprised if Ragyo was inspired by this blonde-haired chick, because not only is she creepy, she's my least favorite. And if you have a villain that's literally the worst, you're doing something right. But that's gonna dry. I lost my train of thought. Hold on. Let me think. There's a lot of dead air. I lost my train of thought thinking about Kill la Kill, which is my second favorite anime, by the way. I'm gonna make a top 10 of anime because recently this shot up to my number 5. So if you want that, leave a like, comment, subscribe, tickle my balls, I don't know. But it also my Twitter's down in the description, so if you want to see the picture of the character that I made that was inspired by Sukeban Deka, you can see her in the description. You can see her on my Twitter in the description. She was made into the universe because I can't draw very well. I don't know. But yeah, just check it out, man. But anyway, after Saki gets her ass beat, the simp I was talking about before comes up and tries to help her. Oh, wait, I didn't talk about the scene before. I didn't talk about the like scene whenever she got out of whenever she got out of the jailhouse. Okay, so basically, what had happened was they're out in a busy street. I'm setting the scene. A busy street, and then suddenly a girl runs down the empty midsection of the street. Then three or four guys, I can't remember, I think it was three guys run up behind her, and then whenever they catch up, it's implied heavily that they were going to rape her. Very heavily implied that they were going to rape her. And then Saki comes in. Oh boy, Saki. Oh, fucking Saki. Saki beats their asses, obviously, with her patented yo-yo. The yo-yo is the coolest part about this series, because if you can make a yo-yo badass, it's so cool. It's kind of like the marble in the original DuckTales. That was like the batarang. Now this is like actually the batarang because it actually comes back. But a little bit of backstory to that yo-yo. It's fucking indestructible. You cannot break the string. It's so cool. So cool. I want a yo-yo like this. Oh shit. Oh, so good. But anyway, back to the thing. She beats their asses, and I'm pretty sure since the guys ripped the girl's shirt, Saki gives her trench coat because she was wearing a trench coat. Because why not? Why wouldn't she wear a trench coat? And then she makes it home safely, pretty sure. But back to the simp, the story of the simp and the delinquent. I should write that one. But so anyway, she after she got her ass beat, which she wouldn't have done if she were prepared. Well, if she knew that if she weren't being watched, she would have definitely kicked their asses. Which no spoilers, but they definitely get their comeuppance. It's spoilers, isn't it? But the guy who's being a simp before was like, "Hey, you shouldn't do that to a girl." I'm like, oh fucking lord. He's literally white knighting and simping the fuck out of this right now. Well, I'm about to set my tripod for my bike since I'm holding it. But But they're like, hey, you want to fucking fight then? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. I'll protect this girl for as long as I have to. And he's like, God, he's just solidifying his simp role in the end. If he wasn't somewhat useful, I would not like this character. If his English dub voice wasn't so funny. But then, oh yeah, the scene afterward, he's like, "Hey, Saki, why don't we go on a date or something?" He's like, "Oh Lord," just like, and she was like, "Buzz off," just like no acknowledgement whatsoever. She just moved on, basically. But then he was he was simping around her. He was basically just like, spare coochie, Saki-san. Like, literally. Oh, God. But like, you may be able to tell, but Saki is totally gay. She's gay as fuck. She's a lesbian disaster, and I love her. Oh God, I love her. I love Saki. I shipped her with with a woman that she saved from the literal rapage that was about to unfold, and but fuck, I'm just rambling at this point. But it's a good ship, is what I'm saying. But at one point, she's like to him, shave your head and go join a monastery. And a little bit later in the plot, he totally did that. He totally shaved his fucking head. And she laughed. How committed do you have to be to being a simp to where you would shave your head on command? And then he's bald for the rest of the OVA, the 2-episode OVA. He's bald for the rest of it. Like, I actually can't believe it. Oh Lord. What's it called? So, the girl who was about to get raped, who I'm just gonna be calling brown-haired artist, who I'm just gonna be calling art girl, invited them to their house after she was done with her job, and then they go to her house and see her beautiful paintings. Now, she was going to enter that in the art contest. Now, that art contest is important, so pay attention to that. Write this down. So, what's it called? One of the sisters is apparently an art prodigy, even though she's not an art prodigy at all. So she finds out that she has beautiful paintings from, I'm guessing, following her home, or like finding out where her house is, because I'm pretty sure in Japan you can find out where people's houses are like easily, because they like write it down at like a police station or something. You just go to the police station and be like, hey, can you tell me how to get to blah blah blah? And they're like, oh yeah, the blah 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 is over blah 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 in blah blah blah, you know. But what's it called? So she sees her beautiful painting and she's like, yes. It's basically rigged, but she also wants people to think that her art is good, so she steals the paintings, even though it is like totally rigged, because her father is a politician that controls everything. Masayoshi Shida much, but anyway. So anyway, she gets some people to kidnap her. Then Saki and the simp go back to her house, and then the neighbor, who was obviously planted, was like, "Ah, that's them! It is the woman the people who stole, who kidnapped the girl, the art girl, whose name I can't remember. They kidnapped her. Help, police! Oh!" And then they both get arrested. And then they're there for like a week, and art girl art girl, and I forgot to mention this, but in Satsuki's yo-yo is a badge to show that she is part of the police force, and she's like, her title is literally Sukeban Deka. Like, how obvious can you fucking get? But anyway, they get out of the prison, and then we found out that the art girl fucking died, and it was implied that she had gotten sexually assaulted by the fact that whenever they were in her house, they ripped off her shirt. Not a good business model. But anyway, she died, and that's the first death. The only death that actually hurts, because all the other people that died fucking deserved it. But anyway, at the art exhibition, they basically have enough evidence to be like, what's it called? To be like, hey, you guys are evil, and here's why, and you stole the painting, and this woman died. And then like, the guy was like, I'm a politician. I'll pull the strings to make sure that this never happened. And then the police chief comes out like, I don't think that'll be happening. And then, it's so cool. and then the blonde, one of the blonde girl's goons shoots the dad and the sister, and bam, and one of the other sisters is dead already, because like I said, the blonde girl is like basically pulling the strings, and she's like the mastermind that's like controlling everybody else. Everyone thinks it was the dad, but no, it was her. Well, not really. She was running her own little thing, and she was actually a little bit worse than the dad, I feel like. But let me recuperate my thoughts. I'm trying to think. But one of her followers shoots the dad and shoots the sister, and the other sister had died from whenever she was trying to shoot Satsuki with the gun that her sister had given her that was set to explode. Well, not explode, more like shoot her instead. But it was. This is intense. So Saki and Saki went to the manor, and oh no, there were a bunch of brainwashed fucking students, and the principal's like, oh my god, that's what she was doing in the AV club. Oh my god, it just gets cooler from here. Okay, so then one of the bodyguards had an epic fight scene with Satsuki where Saki fucking punches him through a glass terrarium with snakes in it, and he gets impaled by that glass, and it's so cool. So cool. From that point onward, Saki goes through a secret compartment in her fireplace to get to her on the roof where she's trying to escape through a helicopter. Then she fucking jumps out of the helicopter just to fight Saki. Now, if you thought the girl who was running the liquid ring was a dominatrix, you are ready for this girl, since she's dominatrix to the fucking max. She literally has the whip. And the whole time through the scene, I was like, this is badass and all, but this is someone's fetish. And I can't not disagree with it. But this scene is so cool. They basically have enough evidence to put her in jail for the rest of her life. But they set explosives to blow up the house, and right as Satsuki wins the fight out of pure plot armor, and I'm not saying plot armor is bad, this was some good plot armor, the place fucking blows up. And then, get this, she walks out of the goddamn fire like she's the Terminator, with the girl in hand, with the blonde girl in tow. Oh, and don't worry about the helicopter. You know what one of the detectives did? He shot that bitch right out of the air with just a pistol. So badass. And my throat's getting dry from me talking so loudly. But oh lord, this anime quickly shot to my top 5. This moved My Hero Academia to the top 6 as number 6 immediately when I watched it. It's so good. It's so good. I fucking love this. The only thing that I wish could be better about this is that the art style isn't even that. I don't really like the art style, and if there were more of Satsuki's backstory, we would. There were more of Satsuki's backstory. I feel like that would be good. Oh, I've been going for. This is the longest review cast I've made. But that's because I like to sing my praises about this one, since I both saw it recently, and I have so much good praises toward this. Oh my fucking lord. This is so good. This is so good. Okay. The series. It's time for the rating. Okay. I give this series an 8. I had to deduct points because the backstory for Saki wasn't really Saki wasn't really that developed, and the art style isn't my favorite. That's literally the only reason. If the art style were better and Saki's backstory was more developed, I would give this a 10. This is probably going in my top 3, but the top 3 is reserved for Little Witch Academia, Kill la Kill, and Demon Slayer. By the way, I might be doing a review of Monster Musume in a little bit. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, like, subscribe, share this with a friend, comment down below another anime you would like me to review. I might be rewatching Monster Musume just to review that. But the Darling of the Franxx, the roast of Darling of the Franxx is going to fucking happen. It's going to happen, so be prepared for that. I might do Monster Musume first, Darling of the Franxx afterward. I don't know, maybe. I might do a Psyche K review. I don't know. I might rewatch that because why not? But anyway, guys, stay frosty, stay chill, and see you later.